Man, it made me feel good. It made me feel really good because being recognized for my actions was never the goal. You know what I mean? I didn't set out and say, I'm going to do this so people can pat me on the back and tell me I'm a good guy and I'm an inspiration and all this. And I never, like I tell Torrun all the time, I ain't looking for pats on the back. I had plenty in my life. I had enough. I don't need any more.
Yep.
You know, so it was never about being recognized. But being recognized put that battery in my back, made me realize, okay, you're doing the right thing, keep going.
Chip on my shoulder. I got something to prove, like a gun in a holster. Loaded, ready to shoot. Got big energy. Ain't scared to dream. Got big energy. Got big energy.
You know this a different energy, right?
Obviously your wife, incredible faith. With your faith and also your athletic background, because you know athletes, I'm a former athlete too, we got a different mindset. That's what kept you think that's what kept you to keep, because I mean, you're doing a heck of a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, you can move your head. I seen you in the gym.
Yeah.
I see how you work, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get it in.
Yeah. Man, it was tough.
Yeah.
You know, I needed her. Man. She was speaking life into me, and I was fighting.
Yeah.
And everything she told me back then, 2016, 2017, 2018, during that time, she told me, she's like, Brian, you need to, she reached out to Inky Johnson.
Yeah.
She was like, you should see his story, and he sent some encouraging words back to her. She was like, I can see you doing this, and me, I'm fighting it. Man, how am I help somebody I can't even help myself? You know, things like that. And I wasn't trying to hear it, but she spoke that. She spoke that over me. She kept saying, Brian, you should coach. You should get back into coaching. And told her how I'm a coach, and I can't show the guys what I need to show them and how they need to do it and all that thing. Well, lo and behold, I go around, I'm speaking, and it just falls in my lap. I'm not like marketing and advertising for it. People call. Now I'm coaching football with my the buddy with Pat Fleming. I told you we took all our visits, coaching over at Scotts Branch with him, man, and everything she spoke, I'm right there doing it. But I was fighting it, so I needed her. She turned into Coach Mance. You know, she would come home from work, man. It was at a point, man, I was in a dark place. You know, I did all this work, like I told you, and I came home, and I still come home on a stretcher. I still come home in an ambulance. I still can't do anything. So it was tough. And she would come home, what'd you do today? What'd you work on today? Like talking to me like a coach.
Like you a coach, yeah.
And I'm going to be honest with you, like I knew she'd get home. She had to pick my son up from school. I knew she'd get home about 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get out of bed about 2.
See?
Because I was going through it. And she was like, what'd you do today? I'm like, oh, yeah, I had a good day. I did this and I did that. And she knew it wasn't true.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't say anything. She called my mom and tell Ms. Mance, Brian ain't doing what he's supposed to do. Yeah. So my mom would get on the phone. Well, Brian, how'd your day go today? Oh, it went good. It went good. I did this. I did that. I was working on. She like, Brian, Torrun already told me. I said, look at this.
She know you bull job.
I said, look at this.
She know you bull job.
But you know what I mean? Like, I needed that.
You needed that, man.
I needed that.
Where the camera at? Fellas. Leave these ratchet women alone. You never know what you're going to go through in life. You need that strong woman behind you. We have to be behind every great man is what? A great woman. You need it. So, I mean, fellas, when you're dealing with a young lady, make sure you know her background. Make sure you know what they say, know their peoples.
Yeah.
Make sure they got good people.
Yeah. They can't all be about them hips, lips, and fingertips.
Exactly.
It got to be more to it than that.
Because one day we gonna all get old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna all go through something. It's just like we gonna all go through something. You're gonna need that person. And go for the fellas too, with the ladies picking their fellas. Make sure you got a strong man. You're gonna need that strong backbone in your life sometime in your life. And Brian, you definitely got that, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. And it was, man, it was ordained. Like, it was just, we were supposed to be together, man. It's crazy. you know, the little senior book you get in high school.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Man, Torrun wrote in there, and she's 2 years behind me in school, a year behind me in age. And she wrote in there, I'm in college. We never taught in high school. We weren't even really like communicating like that until I graduated from high school. She wrote in there that if she could marry anybody, she would marry Brian Mance.
Wow.
And I told
It was written.
she wrote it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then after my freshman year, the summer going into my sophomore year, I needed a job. So I started working a camp at Clemson. It was for like black engineers or something like that. So she came to the camp. And I was dating somebody at the time, but I told 2 girls on the track team, we were sitting there, I said, y'all see that girl right there? I'm going to marry her one day. Yeah. And they were like, boy, please. And they said, the girl you dating, she'd kill both of y'all. Like that. And we laughed or whatever. And I was like, all right, y'all will see. But, you know, it was just
Did she
just
go to Clemson also?
She ended up going to Clemson. And still at the time, I was wild. I was B.Mance at Clemson. Yeah, trying to talk to Torrun. She wouldn't give me the time of day. Yeah. But she was like, I don't have time.
You ain't ready yet.
And I kept saying, yeah, I don't want to mess it. I said, nah, you right. I'm not ready. I ain't going to even, let me stop. You can just be my friend. We be friends. Yeah. So, you know, we had a real friendship. Like, I'll be looking out for her. Some guys be trying to holler. I'm like, you don't want to do that. Yeah. That ain't the one you want to talk to right there. Just, and we would get, you know, ride, because she lived in Alcaloo too. So we would ride together sometimes to school or back at home when somebody needed a ride, shared the same mutual friends and all. So it was ordained, man.
Yeah, it was ordained,
it's
bro.
supposed to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to happen, man. So it seemed like since the incident, you had a burning desire to use your situation and experience to add value to people's lives. Explain that. Man,
it's just I like sharing my experiences, man, and lessons learned from life. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you may not been through it, but you can learn from mine. There you go. From my lessons learned or from my experiences. And I just enjoy it, man. It's not like I got a new purpose. Yeah. I've been coaching. I feel like it's been refined. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel like I'm still coaching, just in a different aspect. So just sharing stuff with people, man. Youth, church groups, sports teams, schools. The list goes on, man. I enjoy it.
In April, you received a Humanitarian of the Year award from the South Carolina Football Hall of Fame for your willing to give back and help others in other situations. How did that make you feel?
Man, it made me feel good. It made me feel really good because being recognized for my actions was never the goal. You know what I mean? I didn't set out and say, I'm going to do this so people can pat me on the back and tell me I'm a good guy and I'm an inspiration and all this. And I never, like I tell Torrun all the time, I ain't looking for pats on the back. I had plenty in my life. I had enough. I don't need any more. Yep. You know, so it was never about being recognized. But being recognized put that battery in my back. Made me realize, okay, you're doing the right thing, keep going. Yeah. Let's go harder, let's take it to the next level. And the athlete mindset, once again, you know, never settling, always want to take it to the next level. So I started just taking different classes, man, learning how to speak, learning how to set up your presentation, learning how to grab the attention of the audience, then learning the business side of it, how you approach these people, how you get what you deserve, how, you know, you look at these numbers, they'll tell you, man, Eric Thomas makes $100,000 to speak for an hour. And you look at that money, you're like, man, that's crazy. But you learn the game and you learn how all that stuff works. Now, I ain't making $100,000. Now, I ain't saying that.
Have you ever talked, I obviously talked to Inky Johnson, but you ever talked to Eric Thomas?
I haven't, man. I reached out to him a couple times, but that's like, man, that's like a shot in the dark.
I got you. Like trying to find a needle in a haystack, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
This episode is sponsored by MK Rentals, where we got you covered. Get to all your rental needs. You can contact Kevin or Marsha Evans at 803-410-4812 or 803-543-8879. They're located at 1490 Greeleyville Highway, Manning, South Carolina. Again, 1490 Greeleyville Highway, Manning, South Carolina. If you're interested in being a sponsor, contact myself, Ernest Miller, at 803-565-9752. That's 803-565-9752. Or you can hit me up on my email at eaenestmiller83@gmail.com. Again, that's eaenestmiller83@gmail.com. You can also make contact with my producer, Victor Wesley of Vic West Production. His telephone number is 803-225-0021. That's 803-225-0021. Also, his email address is vicwestp@gmail.com. That's vicwestp@gmail.com.
Let me ask you this: with this situation going on, how many people in the country is going through this right now?
Man, I'm not sure.
This is rare. So
Yeah, it's very rare. I'm not sure. I met one guy that I met, and I was actually speaking. I was speaking at a sports banquet for kids, for middle school maybe, and the guy was just staring at me. He was in the front row, and I'm just talking, and he's just staring at me. He's just staring. I'm feeling kind of weird, but I'm still going on with my deal. And I ended up talking to his son. His son's a recruit in high school. Everybody's starting to look at him at linebacker or whatever, share some words with him. Dad's still kind of looking at me. I'm like, man, I'm not telling your son anything wrong. So, the night goes on, we eat, and we're about to leave the banquet a little early because I had somewhere else to be. So we trying to slip out the back. He comes running to the back. He was like, man, I kept going back and forth whether I should say something to you. And my wife told me I should come and say something to you. He was like, I had neurosarcoidosis. I was paralyzed from the neck down. And he was like, man, he shared some stuff with me, what he did. And he was like, man, just keep going at it. He was like, as fast as it happens, as fast as it can turn around.
So key word you just said was had. So was he walking around?
Yeah, you couldn't tell it.
That's motivation, right?
Couldn't tell it.
So how did that make you feel? I know you was motivated.
It made me feel good. It made me realize you got to keep going.
Yeah, man.
You got to keep going. Like you're not trying to do anything that ain't never been done before. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm trying to do something that's never been done.
Yeah.
Just stick with it, man, and keep going.
Keep that faith.
If you quit, you know what you're gonna get. You know what you're
gonna
get.
Nothing out of it. You're just gonna be quick. You're gonna be sitting there. Yeah.
Exactly.
And like I said, I seen you in the gym, man, working with Elmer at Breaking Bars. Quick little plug. I see you getting the work in, man. You came a long way, bro.
Yeah.
You came along. You very inspirational.
Yeah. When I talk to some of my old caregivers, like from the upper state, from Greenville and Spartanburg, places like that, and tell them the things I'm doing now, they can't believe it.
Yeah.
They can't believe it.
See, doctors don't be believing, man. That's why I don't even take. I'm a go off subject on this one. I remember back a couple years ago, they told my mother-in-law found she had cancer. It's like 2010, and they told her she has this. She found out like in July 2010, and they said she has to Christmas. That lady passed back in June of 2017.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So you can't believe what doctors say, man.
No.
You can't believe what doctors say.
Man, and just throughout the process, man, I learned a lot about my body.
Yeah.
Learned about what we put in our body, man, what we eat and stuff like that. Man, because truth be told, man, everything first happened, I was on probably 30 different meds. Almost 10 pills 3 times a day, you know what I mean? Metformin, insulin before every meal, shooting my stomach up, it's getting bruised and turning blue and black, just for all that stuff, man. I got a health coach. She started coaching me up on all that stuff. Man, I got off of the metformin, I got off of insulin, I got off of all those meds. Right now, I probably take about 3 different meds.
That's
now.
what's up.
You know what I mean? And just learning about eating, man, and the different things, how this food affects your body.
So what kind of food you cut out, and what's the type of stuff you eat?
I try to keep away from, I said try. You know what I'm saying?
You can all slip every blue
Hey,
moon.
look,
It happens, man.
hey, them commercials, boy, I'm telling you, them commercials something
Hey,
serious.
you be doing good, and then you see a commercial, you like,
I say,
that
man,
look good, man. I want to try that.
every time I want to get right, they come out with a new sandwich. But no, seriously, man, it's like processed sugars and stuff like that. I try, man, I love carbs, man.
Don't we all?
Man, bread, pasta, all that stuff, man. Potatoes, I love it. I try to stay away from it as much as possible.
You can eat sweet potatoes, red potatoes. Those are pretty good.
That stuff like that,
Yeah.
man. So I'm really a green veggie guy, lean meat, stuff like that, man. All I drink is water and cranberry juice. Like, I don't really drink. And it's the 100% cranberry juice.
And not that. I hope my wife watching. I hope when she watch, she see this part. Cran grape is not cranberry juice.
Yes.
Cran apple is not cranberry. There's apple juice and grape juice. 100% cranberry juice is cranberry juice. All right, Tawana Miller? Okay. Right.
Look, if you get the one that's in the, it's like it's organic, that thing's so bitter, you got to mix it with water.
You get used to it, though. I get used to it. I like it.
Yeah, like, I love it. Like, it's no problem. But just changing those things up, man, and being able to instill that in my son at an early age. Like, he's not a kid that, hey, let's go to McDonald's. Like, that don't even cross his mind. You know what I mean? Like, he'll tell, Ma, can you cut me some cucumbers and tomatoes, and can I have some fruit?
You need to talk
You know
about
what I mean?
that.
Like, and he'll ask for something at dinner. He want fruit and stuff. I'm like, Jay, you want macaroni? No, can I have some fruit? I'm like, yeah.
Wow. Got an athlete, too, man. He eat like an athlete.
That's why I tell them you gotta know what you're putting in your body. Because Lord knows I didn't.
Can't be like Ocho Cinco eating McDonald's all the time, man.
Man, I'm telling you.
All right, two more things, man. 2013, you were inducted into the Clarendon County Hall of Fame. How did that make you feel, brother? I know
Man,
that's special.
that's one of those things, man. At the time, I didn't realize the significance of it.
Yeah.
And as I got older and I started to look back on it, man, a blessing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this, because of all the people around me, guys I played with, guys I played with in the neighborhood, just different family members, different teachers, and everybody played a part, man. It just wasn't something that I did on my own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I'm not that guy that act like I did it all by myself. I know there's plenty of D linemen in front of me that didn't get shine like that, but it's because of their pressure that I got picked.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's a
just,
village, man.
Yeah,
It's a
man.
village,
So
bro.
I'm
Especially
just
football.
thankful for all them dudes, man, and the relationships we built. So, man, I'm appreciative of it all.
Facts. When it's all said and done, man, how do you want the world to remember Brian Mance?
You know, I want that to be up to them. I don't want it to be, I just want it to be organic. I want it to be, it is what it is. The way they saw me, the person they believed that I was, a true person and not just somebody that, you know, said the right thing, do the right things at the right time when everybody's looking. You know, that was one thing my dad used to always tell me. He said, character is what you do when nobody's looking.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So that's just...
represent that man's name, man.
Exactly.
Not just for you, but your father, your son, everyone.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's just where I want to be. I want to be in that spot, man. So when it's all said and done, whatever they say, I want it to be a true representation of me.
There you go. Brian Mance, thank you for coming, brother.
Appreciate you, man.
It's been an honor, my man.
Appreciate you. Hey, you got it going with the Miller experience.
Hey, man, I appreciate it,
I'm just
bro.
glad to be a part,
Yeah.
man. Glad to be a part.
Let the people know before we end it, how can they book you for speeches, or how can they get in contact with you and what you got going on in 2024?
Man, 2024 has been, things have been taking off for me. Got a lot of stuff coming up here in the next month, like 4 or 5 engagements in the next month. But to reach out to me of any inquiries or anything you have when it comes to speaking or anything along those lines, any social media platform, Brian K. Mance as my tag. You can reach out to me there. Be easily to get me and get me with 48 hours, and I'll make sure I get back with you.
Brian Mance, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you check out the next episode. And also, you make sure you to like, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel, The Mill Experience. And now we also on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. Make sure you download. Peace.
You can't tell me how to act. Said I can't be successful by sticking messages in rap or God's with me. Who told you being intelligent is whack? So place your bets. My faith is fresh. I'ma make it stretch. Cause I sat there eye to eye with the face of death. And you ain't putting work in unless you break a sweat. Bringing back a full.